How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting. Welcome back to Starfield. So last time we were here, we kind of did a lot of just cleanup with the annoying storyline and did some work on the eye, but now I've decided let's dabble back into a bit of the Crimson Fleet. I definitely don't want to go too far into the storyline because I'm worried that like eventually I'll have to like force myself out of the Crimson Fleet, which I don't want. It's very fun being a pirate, but for now, we're going to continue on. I don't want to do this at least as first mission. So yeah, we're on board a Starliner and we have a couple goals. We need to steal like the peace prize or whatever the prize is that we're here for. And we're here to get like the credentials of a GalBank employee so we can try and learn about the legacy or see if it exists. So got a couple missions to go through, got some sleuthing to do. I'm kind of glad I don't have a companion right now because it's going to make this a lot more, likely I can actually do the sleuthing, right? So yeah, I guess there's not really much else to it. Let's just see if we can pull off this first stage of an exciting heist. And I'm also really hoping it doesn't challenge my intelligence. I think sneaking into Ryujin was a fairly fun mission. It wasn't like super difficult, but at least it let me like kind of explore and didn't hold my hand through the whole process. But a lot of the missions have done that, so we'll see. But let's keep going on. All right, so we got two missions here. We got, so speak to Lara Dombrowski and speak to Sheila about the ES award. So like the ES award and kill Larry Dombrowski. Now, interesting is like, we don't have to kill him. And it's likely, like the guy implied that if any firearm goes off or anything like that happens, it will, like any type of scuffle, it'll alert the whole ship. So we really don't want to attack people unless we absolutely have to. So like we'll ask the society patrons about Larry and try and speak to Sheila about the award. Because if we can suss out where that award is, we'll have a much easier time accomplishing our mission. We also have a guy here on the inside. I'm not sure where he ended up going, but he's like kind of like the guy who kind of gave us the tidbit. All right, let's see. So far, we're allowed in these back rooms, which is good, because that means that we don't have to be too worried, but eventually, I imagine we're going to be sneaky.
I wake up in my bunk, I count my areas.
Alright, so deck officers gala to slate. Been crazy 24 hours, I'm exhausted, tried and short-staffed the flight so that there are three of us who had to stay up all night to set up the Starfield ballroom. Place looks amazing, but I doubt the snooty TPS passengers will even notice. Anyone that has enough money to ride on the Siren certainly isn't going to care about the effort we put in to keep them comfortable. Really ticks me off how those rich folk just expect all of it to happen. Maybe it's time I took Havantino up on his offer to transfer the Trident's cargo division. Honest work and no one thumbing their nose up at me? Sounds tempting. That sounds rough. Alright, company communications. Trident comm. 1, I guess. Captain, we've received your incident report regarding Deck Officer Kendlev, who was reported missing about a week ago. According to what I'm reading, it looks like you conjecturized that Kenaldi had a drinking problem and was last seen in a drunken state near one of the main airlocks. 3 minutes after the sighting, an airlock triggered depressurization section 7A, and then Kendley was unfortunately sucked down to space. If that sounds accurate, we'll continue our investigation from here. Any new information surfaces regarding the incident, keep us informed. That sounds suspicious. Alright, Captain, could you please confirm and advise the following mission items from VOY 765. According to our dock mastery at the arrival port, these did not arrive as expected. 10 crates of precious metals, 15 crates of wine liquor, 10 crates of synthetic cloth, and 20 crates of furnishings. Once you fill out the incident report, we'll start investigating, probably just a miscount to the origin end of the voyage, but it doesn't hurt to keep things safe. So, someone conveniently walks out an airlock, cargo's going missing. Captain, please be aware that Terran Preservation Society will be booking the Siren's next voyage, and they require full use of the Starview Ballroom. Extend every courtesy to the people and ensure their event goes exactly as planned. This is a significant client. We don't want to risk losing this account. We'll send specific details in the future. And Captain, we are awaiting answers on an inquiry regarding the Siren and the Star's last 3 voyages. On every occasion, the ship's cargo was several thousand kilos lighter at the arrival port. Simply chalking these up as human error is unacceptable. May I remind you the missing cargo holds a substantial dollar value and we're responsible to cover due to loss. If we don't have proper report from you by the end of the month, we will be forced to launch a full investigation. Okay, so someone's scraping off the top. How much you want to bet it's whoever our contact is here? That sounds like something he might be complicit in operating. And maybe the guy who happened to walk out the airlock knew too much. Personal communiques. Unknown source. Please note the message has no identifying origin code. Alright, Rokov, I talked to the big guy, and just like I thought, he said there's no way you're coming back. You had a chance and you blew it. How hard is it to understand? Between you and me, the only way you're going to get him to change his mind is by giving up something we can sink our teeth into, something big. And it better be good because last time was a disaster. Trying offloading 20 crates of furniture wasn't worth the time or money, so never again. Oh, okay. So, the captain, who's the guy who brought us on board the ship, he's the one. He started, he caused an issue. He was stealing cargo, and the cargo, for some reason, caused an issue. I'm going to throw you a bone, Rokov. Got a deadbeat on your ship, one of the crew named Kendley. He owes us about 4 large from some bad bets he made back on Neon. Now Vincent wants his head. Make sure Kendley misses his next trip, and we'll see about changing the big guy's mind about having your back. So Kendley was walked out the airlock. Good work on the Kendley thing. Not only did you send a message to every deadbeat in Neon, but you notched up a few ranks in my book as well. Only problem is wasn't enough. I'm going to need more. The big guy doesn't want to budge on this one, so you need to light a fire under his butt. You need a big score. Huge. Keep your eyes and ears open. I'll see what I can do on my end. Got your message about the prize that's about to find itself aboard. Now that's what I'm talking about. Since the event is coming up in a few weeks, I'll jump back home and try and convince someone to come out there and lend you a hand. Going to keep this one kind of quiet, or else everyone will want a piece. If this works out, I'm almost positive the big guy will change his mind about you. Might cost you a chunk of change, but you want back in so you can play the long game right. Okay. So yeah, that's how that all pieces together now. We see the story. That's literally a piece of toast. Yeah, it is. I doubt that safe is worthwhile. Ah, request denied evidence. Rokov, once again, I'm refusing your request to rejoin. We're not a membership club here. Rokov, this is a gosh darn Crimson Fleet. You don't apply to try, you try out. And if Neva doesn't put a hole in your skull, you get picked. That's how this works. You already went through it once. You had the chance. You blew it. If you want my attention, maybe you should try scoring something valuable off that piece of crap you call Starliner. Neva told me you lied about your record on the application to get that gig, so might as well put your position to good use. Cut the fleet in a chunk of the creds. Maybe I'll start listening. Until then, stop contacting. Gotcha. More evidence. More evidence. Also, I just realized I should change my outfit to fit the setting a bit better. Yes. Now I look like I kind of belong here. Ooh, this is already looking real pretty. Okay, so that's the Starview Ballroom. And that's also the ballroom. Okay, so it looks like there's just 2 avenues, but like one's public access, one's crew. So Claudia Swift passenger. Claudia Swift, single passenger, single itinerary deluxe. If emergency contact is required, please check passenger cabin for Dombrowski, Larry for passenger's current location. Okay. So that's somebody who, so Claudia Swift knows and considers Larry close enough to be emergency contact. Always enabled. Okay. And it looks like I could set off a trigger. Even if I break in here without anyone seeing, I might set off a trigger without a pass. So it might be, maybe I can lift the pass from her.
Nothing but the finest at this gala.
She's literally right here. Ooh. All right. So if she's close enough to the guy, maybe there's information I can get here. My darling Claudia. Yesterday was amazing. The restaurant was exquisite. You looked beautiful after dinner. The night we spent together was unforgettable. You know I'd do anything for you. All you have to do is ask. I yearn for us to be together forever and intend to break things off with my wife and leave that part of my life behind. Be patient, my darling. I'll tell her soon, I promise. Love you now and forever, Larry. Well, well, well. Found new love, huh? Alright. Now I'm guessing again this safe won't be very useful, but still. Not worth it at all. Maybe I can convince him to come in here and I can confront him alone. Because, you know, he has rendezvous with this chick. Vera Gabriel. You see security as authorized passenger will be armed and carry a firearm. Please see Trident Operation Manual STOTAS 1 for detailed clarification. Okay, so this guy has a weapon I might be able to wield without triggering the alarm. And in fact, I could even frame this person to to have the kill. Vera Gabriel. Oh, that's why. Okay, so it's just like where a bunch of stuff is.
Please let me know if your voyage is unsatisfactory in any way.
Can I start with things with confidence in your safe?
Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with multiple layers of fully damage-resistant, vacuum-proof plating. In the unlikely event our vessel is boarded and the threat detection alarm is triggered, the safe will be permanently sealed until it reaches port.
So again,
in the
no
even
trigger.
more unlikely event this ship is destroyed, we can assure you that your loved ones will be able to recover your goods from the wreckage. So, as you can imagine, your property will be completely secure until you decide to retrieve them from our safe. Don't forget to tell your friends how much you enjoy the cruise.
So how do I get you out of here so I can activate the safe? Wait, what did it say? Only Holbrook? Only Holbrook key card. So somebody named Holbrook maybe? Maybe I can get the key card to get access. Larry Dombrowski. Alright, so please deliver 1 bottle of iced champagne daily at 23:30. If cabin is unoccupied, leave next to the passenger bed in the silver ice bucket. Okay. 8:42. Okay, so I could wait and maybe try and sneak in when somebody goes to deliver the wine.
Please remain in designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey.
Is this important? I don't have a lot of time for idle nonsense. Yes, I'm extremely busy preparing for the award
Right, so
ceremony,
she's got the info.
This better be important.
Heard you're in charge of the Earth Savior Award.
Yes, I am. Actually, I've been entrusted with the transfer of the award for the last 7 of its 9 years. Why do you ask?
I'd love to get a look at such a fabulous award.
Yes, it's quite marvelous, isn't it? Absolutely priceless. Alas, I'm afraid you'll just have to wait for the ceremony to see it in all its glory. It's far too valuable to be left anywhere else except the master safe located at the purser's office. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important things on my agenda than to speak to the likes of you.
Hey, I'm quite
An open bar would have
tenable.
been nice, but Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got.
Yeah.
A Starfield pass is required to enter the main ballroom.
What's with all the banging? Is that you? Something's Bethesda-ing.
Could you pester someone else, please? I have too much on my plate to waste time talking to you.
I kind of want to get the award
Quite
first.
a lovely starliner. Nothing but the best for the society. Eh?
Look at that guard. He's
I
phasing.
certainly hope they decide to hold all future society events.
And is this the other door? Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright, so we gotta figure out how to get access to the safe.
Glad to have you aboard. Welcome to the purser's office. I'm Chief Purser Murata. How can I be of assistance today?
I'd like to take a peek at the Earth Savior Award.
I've only seen it briefly myself, but I can assure you that it's quite lovely. Unfortunately, the item is locked inside of our safe, which can only be accessed by presenting an appropriate claim ID. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
Maybe her claim ID is in her like.
Have a safe journey.
It's gonna be in her cabin. Okay. It's either gonna be on her person or in her cabin. Now, because I can do the locks, as much as I hate the idea of having to do it, I do feel like I have the option. So if I can break into her room, I might be able to get access to it. Okay. Oh wait, like how the doors clip in. Like, look at this. It's like, was this just slapped together or something? Like, that's really disappointing. It's just a simple thing. Why can't you just have a door that you know works? Luckily, I know she's distracted. So, chances of anyone being in here, very low. Not zero. Bathroom I can hide. Oh! I can know exactly where people are. I forget I have this power. God, that mannequin scared me. Story of the Heavens. Now, should be in that safe. That's weird. Looks like someone broke in here. Like, literally broke. Just a tray full of cake. Not in there. So where's the claim ticket? If it's not in here, it must be on her person, but that's gonna be a big problem. I'm gonna have to like get her on her own somehow. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. room cleaning service.
That view is absolutely.
Must you continue these unwelcome interruptions? I'm a very busy
I don't
woman.
know. Is it risky to hold the award ceremony above her Starliner?
Not at all. I was assured that this particular ship was outfitted with the absolute latest and cutting-edge security. I am completely confident that Trident Luxury Lines will keep all of us safe.
When will the award ceremony occur?
Probably in a few days. I don't want the award transfer to actually occur until we're safely in orbit at our destination. Of course, if I keep getting interrupted, the ceremony might never take place at all.
Alright, well, I need the ID.
Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I do something as foolish as that?
I have no idea. Just hand over the ID so I can be on my way.
And why in goodness name would I possibly agree to that ridiculous demand?
I don't know either. Apparently it's the only thing the game needs to know. I see information. Nothing will ever connect back to you.
Maybe. Need to think about it.
Is this really gonna work? Now we're getting somewhere.
Maybe we can work something out.
I'm sure we can work something out. This is the most brain-dead conversation I've ever heard.
I hope so. Oh, just take the damn thing already. Listen, maybe you can keep this between us. If the award goes missing, there's no need for the insurance company to get involved.
Weird. But okay. I guess I'll go get the award. I kind of hate that. The conversation itself didn't even require, like, information. I just kind of just said, give me the ticket. Why should I do that? Because I said nicely. Oh, okay. Okay, sure. Whatever. Not even anything worth stealing in that. I can't even close it for the sake of appearances. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All of that for what? It's just in a box. I don't even get to see anything. It is 65,000 credits. I mean, it sounds like a lot. But then like, how many do I have now? 381,000 credits? I mean, if I could just sell it on the open market, I would. But hey, it's all good.
The society chair has really outdone herself this time.
Have you tried the canapes? Horrid.
Okay, it looks like it's not stealing.
Horrid.
I'll just take these cred sticks, you know? Makes perfect sense that I could just take them. But if I take the cocktail glass, instantly under threat by everybody. You know, this 35 credit glass, but nope, these cred sticks, perfectly fine to just pick up.
Events aboard a Starliner.
This is so stupid. Oh, hello, Larry.
I'm sorry. I don't believe we've met. Do I know you?
No, but I know you.
Well, of course you do. Everyone on the Siren knows who I am. I'm certain we've never been acquainted before, so I'll do you the courtesy of forewarning you about the impertinence that's to follow.
Uh-huh.
When you approach me, I'd highly advise you to choose your words carefully. Otherwise, it's likely they will be your last. I think we're done here. Good day.
Okay, sure. Sure, buddy.
Here for business?
Oh, I can actually talk to you, okay. Do you know anything about Larry Dombrowski?
I don't know why Larry's attending this event. He could care less about any planet, let alone the Earth.
His behavior towards women is abominable. That man really ought to be ashamed of himself.
Dombrowski is married to some poor woman that he constantly leaves behind in New Atlantis when he goes on his business trips.
Right. And he leads others around.
Don't forget to donate to the cause.
Let's put it this way. He screwed over so many people. If he suddenly disappeared from the universe, I don't think anyone would miss him.
Maybe. I mean, he's got a wife. She might miss him.
Enjoy the rest of the event. Larry has an A-level executive rating over at GalBank, which means he has access to everyone's accounts at the touch of a button.
He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. Quality time, if you catch my meaning. I'm certain his wife doesn't know a thing about it.
He's been spending a lot of time.
I think everyone's going to be saying that now.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Alright, let's go talk to Claudia. I've already taken her badge, so the most I'm going to get is a weird conversation. Hey, Claudia. How you doing?
Sorry, do I know you?
No harm in a friendly chat between two people.
Okay, wait, are you seriously... are you trying to pick me up? Look, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm already seeing someone, and my partner doesn't like competition. He gets very jealous.
Well, maybe I should talk to Larry Dombrowski's wife instead.
His wife? Oh, for the love of God. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No. He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy.
Sounds like you like him.
I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works. So let's skip all the banter and get it over with.
Okay.
What's it gonna take to make us both happy?
Give love letter. Oh, like, so I found the love letter in her office. I'm like, here, I'll give you back your evidence if you give me everything you have on him.
Ugh, I should have destroyed that disgusting letter. Fine, you win. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off.
Oh, I'm sure.
Larry and I had the perfect scheme where thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet.
Oh. Tell me about this scheme.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security.
Okay.
I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming GalBank for months.
Dang.
It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them.
So he was scamming scammers. You want revenge? Give me proof I can use against him.
I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere.
Okay.
If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. That should grab his attention. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
I don't know. So what was your contribution to the scheme?
I wrote a computer algorithm that basically creates a randomized number of false ghost credits that mimic the crypto key of actual credits. Then the algorithm simply passes the ghost credits to whatever legit transfers that the bank transacts. The genuine credits enter a dummy account. The best part is that I also alter the crypto keys as the real cash flows into our accounts. By the time it lands in our pockets, the creds are clean. So, on paper, it appears that all of the bank's transactions are covered, when it's really just our ghosted dummy creds. Genius, right?
I mean, this is kind of the future of crypto. Like, crypto's fairly secure for now. But people who are clever enough, if they haven't already, are going to learn how to game the system. Because when you have something that's pure digitized, like, you can argue to high heaven about how secure the randomized bytes and credentials and open forum makes it. But, you know, when push comes to shove, programmers are going to always find something. And pure digital leaves a lot of room for little gaps like this to actually exist. So, like, while this is a hypothetical thing, it's pretty real. In fact, wasn't there a real, like, heist?
Is something the matter with you?
I'm talking to myself. Shush. Wasn't there a real heist where somebody essentially did the same thing, where they would skim like fractions of a fraction of a cent off of every transaction that a bank had? So, like, I'm talking like 0.0001 cents. But with every transaction like a Bank of America has, which operates around the accounts that like operate around the world, like, you're getting that much, like, even like just the normal daily transactions and the little scraping that you get would accumulate to thousands and thousands of dollars or just passively collecting. But yeah. So what exactly is going on between you two anyway?
What do you think is going on? I'm using that gullible idiot to get what I want. If I have to squash him on my way to the top, then so be it. Let's get one thing straight. Larry Dombrowski's no saint. He deserves everything that's coming to him.
Nice. You do really good in Ryujin. Honestly, I don't blame you one bit.
And why should you? Dombrowski is a piece of human garbage. He'd stab you in the back for table scraps, then stab you again to steal dessert. The plan's always been to milk the guy for everything he's worth, and then leave him in the dust.
Ironically,
Not bad for a lowly GalBank worker drone, right?
Ironically, it seems like that's his plan for you as well. So, was Dombrowski and Vera's contribution to the GalBank scheme? Like, what were they doing?
What, are you writing a damn novel?
No, just I need to know what buttons to push.
Vera works for UC Security, so he kept a lookout on their comnet for any GalBank chatter. I guess you could call him our early warning system.
Yes.
And Dombrowski made sure that all of the crypto manipulation I was working on didn't turn up in GalBank's automatic audits. You need top clearance for that kind of access, so we had to cut him in, whether we liked it or not.
Gotcha. Okay.
I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall.
Plan 2.
So,
Hey Vera, how you
what
doing,
brings
buddy?
you aboard?
Hello. You here for the charity event?
I'd rather talk about Larry Dombrowski.
Dombrowski, he's the exec holding court over in the VIP area of the ballroom. Yeah, sorry, I work for UC Security, not GalBank. I don't really know him personally.
Claudia Swiss says you have information about Larry Dombrowski.
Claudia sent you, did she?
Mm-hmm.
Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy, or both. Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong. So back off.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll hand any evidence I already have over to the authorities.
Just in case you weren't aware, I am the authorities. Anything you try to report will boil down to your word against mine. And since I work for UC Security, who do you think people will believe?
Return. Get the
Have
gene.
you tried the canopies? Horrid.
Alright, so like that's our contact here, I think.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up and I guarantee that imbecile's gonna demand that you be arrested.
He's involved in an embezzlement scheme with Dombrowski and Swist.
Which is why he's threatening you. That makes sense. We need hard evidence of their scheme. It's gonna be tricky. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need to get Vera isolated so he'll spill everything he knows.
Right. So I wait until he returns to his cabin and falls asleep.
Maybe. But if something goes wrong and he's able to raise an alarm, we're sunk. With all of these wealthy patrons aboard, the ship is crawling with security.
A shipwide emergency might do the trick.
Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report to their cabins for lockdown. I think the best chance we have would be to tamper with the life support sensors. Manipulate a few controls, and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure. And there you have your emergency.
Won't the ship be at risk without life support?
This is one of Trident's premier starliners. That means it has the best of everything.
Okay.
Including a triple redundancy life support system. They installed a backup for the backup. Luckily for us, it will still trip an emergency and everyone will have to return to their quarters until I sound the all clear. Which I won't.
Guess I'll do what it takes.
Don't worry. It'll be as easy as it was mingling with the guests at the party. Just throw a few lousy switches and you're done. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt he owes me.
Okay.
I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey, what's the harm in losing a few credits when I'm on the brink of rejoining the fleet, right?
Right.
Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here, and won't be long before Trident figures out you had help.
Let's see. Once the emergency is sounded, how does the ship lockdown work?
All passengers are instructed to immediately report to their cabins. That way, we keep the halls clear and avoid a panic. Fortunately for us, all of the passenger cabin doors will automatically unlock. This is normally to ensure the crew can check cabins quickly and without interference. But in our case, it's like having an all-access pass.
Okay. So where's the life support system? I'm guessing engineering, which I saw the door for earlier.
There's access to the crew section that you can reach through the Starview ballroom. Chief Sundin should be there, wasting time at his station as usual. Have fun with that guy. He's a real piece of work.
Nice.
Once you're past Sundin, just look for the room marked Environmental Control. Everything you need is inside.
All right. Sounds good. You have the lowdown on Gabriel Vera?
On the surface, he's an upstanding citizen of the United Colonies, pretty high up in UC security. Lots of clout with Mast. Underneath, he's a greedy piece of garbage. Given the chance, he'd backstab you for a cret stick and pin the murder on someone else.
Right.
Come to think of it, if he wasn't such a petty tyrant, he'd probably thrive with the Crimson Fleet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, let's go.
Go do something useful, okay?
I will. How you doing?
Hold up. This area is off limits to passengers. Wait a second. You're Captain Rocko's guest, right? Didn't expect to see you down here.
Yeah.
Sorry to give you trouble. What can I do for you?
I really need to get into the life support area.
Oh, sorry. That area is off limits. No exceptions.
So space scoundrel. Oh, that's right. That's my background. I was like, what is that? You have a gambling debt. I strongly suggest you agree to favors for the person that you owe.
All right. No need to get pushy about it. Captain Rokov sure picked some weird friends.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my legs. Maybe you can hold this for me while I'm away?
Absolutely. Kind of lonely in here, isn't it?
Yeah, a little. A few of the techs call this deck the dungeon. I think you can see why. Not exactly Starliner-class comfort down here. Don't get me wrong. The quiet gives me time to gather my thoughts, catch up on work, and all that, but I'd rather work on the bridge. Remember not to touch anything, please.
Oh yeah, wouldn't dream of it. Wouldn't dream of it. Wouldn't dream of it. Beep boop. Life support access. Open life support. And that's emergency procedures, lockdown procedures. Yeah, we got all that. The reset switch. Reset switch.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
There we go. Bingo bongo, gotta get to my room. Wonder if there's anything around here I can nab before I get going. Doesn't seem like it.
This ship is in a state of emergency. Please return to your cabin immediately.
I'm going. Hey, buddy.
I was wondering if you were the cause of the ship-wide emergency. It's time you stop playing games and tell me why you're here.
Interesting. I can do systems defense. I'm undercover as systems defense. I need everything you've got on Dabrowski.
You're working for Ikande's little anti-pirating outfit? So what? I have nothing to do with the Crimson Fleet. And even if I suddenly decided to stay loyal to the old UC, why would I possibly want to incriminate myself by handing over evidence?
May I have your attention, please?
Claudia says you've been cheated out of your fair share of the GalBank job to Dombrowski.
Claudia said that. You sure? Damn it! That means my money's already gone. And Dombrowski's going to walk away with a fortune.
Exactly.
I'd love to see the bastard fry. But if I give you that information and it falls into the wrong hands, I could end up in jail.
Why did you let Dombrowski handle all the numbers in the first place?
Dombrowski had the authorization to wipe out records on GalBank's system without raising any red flags.
God, sounds like Sam
I
Bankman-Fried.
let Claudia talk me into that. She said she had him wrapped around her finger. Apparently, she was wrong.
Before I make any deals, you mind telling me what I'm buying?
Oh, I've got everything you're gonna need. This is a one-stop shop for you. We're talking a slate loaded with dates, account numbers, ID scans, even an audio recording.
That's actually good.
It was my little insurance policy in case the shit hit the fan. There's a solid enough trail here to send Dombrowski straight to jail.
I'll pay you for the to offset your losses.
At least I walk away with something. All right, you have yourself a deal. Here, with this slate and this recording to tie it all together, you'll be able to nail his ass to the wall. He'll do whatever you want.
Excellent.
Just remember that you promised to leave me out of it.
Ever thought of joining the Crimson Fleet?
Wait a moment. Are you telling me that this scheme is getting so out of hand, it also involves the Crimson Fleet?
All passengers.
That's all I need right now. Enemies on two fronts. Just because I'm helping you nail Dombrowski doesn't mean I'm turning my back on UC security. How else am I going to ensure that he ends up behind bars when all this comes crashing down? No. You can leave me out of your merry little band of pirates. Thank you very much.
That's good. Do you know anything about the system's defense?
I wasn't lying when I said I didn't know anything about your undercover work, if that's what you're trying to imply. All I can tell you is that there's more than a few people at Mast who find Commander Akande to be a huge pain in the ass.
Gotcha.
I mean, the UC is aware that the Crimson Fleet is a problem, but it pales in comparison to the issues with the Freestar Collective. Akande's loaded with big-picture ideas, but not a ton of evidence to put them into action. And frankly, it's driving my superiors crazy.
Right. Alright, let's go. What are you going to do about Swift and Dombrowski?
Well, since Claudia has been spending time disgustingly close to Dombrowski, I think she's suffered enough.
Yeah, probably.
On the other hand, I've got very, very special plans for Larry. I have some friends that can, well, let's just say, take care of the problem. That's if you leave him alive, of course. We'll just have to wait and
Honestly,
see.
it might be crueler to leave him alive.
You better tell Dombrowski to run, because if you don't kill him, I will.
I will. I'll save you the pleasure. Hey, buddy.
Well, well. You must be the one who's been accosting Claudia and Gabriel. I'm uncertain what you hope to accomplish here, but it appears we should rapidly enter into some sort of negotiation.
Mm-hmm. Fine. Let's negotiate.
Excellent, excellent. So, before we begin, let's review the facts. First, it's clear that you've obtained insider knowledge of my arrangement to defraud GalBank. The means and the method, perhaps, but not the motive.
Motive is
And
money.
second,
It's not that hard.
I'm going to hypothesize that my compatriots are despondent regarding their share and have assisted you with this endeavor. Since we're speaking and I'm not at the reporting end of a bullet, this leads me to conclude that you desire something personal from me.
I haven't entirely ruled out the bullet option yet.
I see. Well, that certainly places a damper on our negotiations. Perhaps I can hasten my diatribe to temper your violence-ridden contribution. In blunt terms, you have
I know. He didn't have to
materials
restate it.
about me in your possession. The only thing I have to offer in return are my GalBank credentials. I assume that's what you've been angling for all along?
How do I know you won't report your credentials as stolen?
Well, I'm surprised you even posed that question at all. The answer is quite obvious. The last thing I'd want to do at this point is call attention to myself.
I'm surprised you figured that out.
Oh, it was actually a rather easy deduction to make. It's the only thing of significant value that I still have in my possession. It appears we've reached an accord. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me simplify that.
I want to shoot him.
It sounds like we have a deal. Oh, of course, I trust you'll understand if I ask for us to avoid any further contact.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to formulate how I'm going to utterly ruin two very annoying business associates. Good day.
Thank you. Now, I could kill him, but I think I'm going to let you guys fight it out. Especially because those credentials will not last as long if you end up dead. Captain, I think that my work here is done.
Well, looks like everything worked out, just like we planned.
Absolutely. Couldn't have done it without your help.
I'm glad you feel that way. Just remember to tell Delgado how much I pitched into help.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm still wondering exactly what you needed those credentials for. You feel like telling me, partner?
I want to tell you, but the Galdo would kill me if I did.
Ah, so he told you to keep it from me. I see. I wouldn't want you to risk your position with the fleet like I did, so I'll just leave it alone.
Thank you.
Anyway, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from rejoining the fleet now. It's been a long time coming. I owe you one, Overreach.
Don't worry about it.
Nonsense. If there's one universal constant you can depend on, it's that Yevgeny Rokov always makes good on his deeds. Always.
Sounds good to me.
Well, I suppose this is where we part company. Hopefully the next time we meet, we'll be aboard.
I hope so. Good luck to you. Now to get myself out of here. Hello, friends. I've done so much work for you. I'm sure you won't mind me going to activate, look at some computers. Deal with the guard.
Hello. Welcome to the GalBank archives. May I see your credentials, please?
Here you go.
Just one moment while I verify. Oh, yes, Mr. Dombrowski. Welcome, sir. Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives.
You're acting a bit strange.
Me? No. Look, this is my first day on the job. Just cut me some slack, okay? I can't afford to lose it. I got a wife and kids to feed. Everything checks out. Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives. There we go. Have a wonderful day.
All right. I think he's working he's on probably the undercover group. Little bit of a sneak. Like it told me in the corner, deal with the ambush before the ambush had triggered. So that's I was about to comment saying like, huh. I don't recall there being a sneak attack. I love this gun. I love this gun so much. Got him. So how did these guys figure out I was here? How can you... How do I get up there? Oh wow, you're level 42. Genuinely very strong. Oh, alright. Well, maybe we pull out the big gun. Oh, gosh darn it. Like, he'll randomly not do damage to me, and then do all the damage to me. Last health bar. And my ability to heal with med packs for health bars, I'd have like 100. There we go. I'm guessing my the escapades didn't go unnoticed. And we just opened fire in the GalNet bank, so I better hurry and get this information. Lost ship registry. Serendipity, still good. Antenna rev 1 classified. Okay. Legacy. Alright. Approximate value classified. So departure and arrival classified. Last known system Bannock. Last known planetary location Bannock 4. Alright. Bannock 4. Prosperity. Transponder information. All GalBank transporters have been fitted with a CBR type encrypted transporter beacons. These beacons broadcast a predetermined long-range unique signature ping used with high-frequency hyperburst scatter arrays. The array ensures the beacons are always broadcasting a maximum spread to assist in specially equipped search vessels. CBR transponders feature the latest in encryption technology, bolstering military-grade ultra-bit encryption, fully cycling crypto modulation, and cascading frequency spectrum. In order to properly track a target transport, please submit a request to Security Office to receive a tracking cipher. The transponders operate via an independent, self-contained power source that allows them to remain detectable capital for up to 250 years. Note that the life power source declines, the broadcast reception radius will gradually be reduced. So probably radiation-based for the power. By accessing archive materials, you're hereby consenting to observe proprietary materials belonging to GalBank and its subsidiaries. Any information contained within the system is used for the express use of GalBank employees only. Sharing this information with entities outside GalBank results in immediate termination and potential criminal prosecution. Yeah. Okay. Anything else in here I can grab? I'm guessing this is mostly data, so not really of use. Jeez, that's my blood. Not really of use, but I can always poke around. Okay. So he just bolted, huh? So how did they get in here? Like, how did they get access? That's the thing that scares me. Don't like that. So not only is Legacy real, but they did in fact not recover whatever was on it. I still think there's a good chance that we're gonna go there and find out that the founder of the Crimson Fleet did already find it. Because why would GalBank know if it was found unless it had a very specific treasure on board that they could trace? If that's the case, we probably couldn't even do anything with it anyway other than have it and say, "Ha, we have it." Oh, Nivas. Okay, there's a power here. Maybe I'll go snag that before we end today's episode. Oh, whoop. Maybe I'll go snag it right now. I pushed the wrong button. But yeah, if we're okay, I'll just go grab that real fast. There we go. Let's see what do we get this time. Ooh, look at that. It's like a circle, like a something at the core of the galaxy, maybe? There they are. Infinity closes on you, buddy. Well, of course you can't die, because I'm pretty sure I'm just shooting a specter. I wonder what the quantum essences are all about. I've got a few of them now. Alright, let's see. Solar flare. Tap into the power of the sun and release in a direction or a directed orb of searing hot plasma. Anti-grav field. Yeah. All right. Let's see what this looks like. Kamehameha. Oh yeah, this is like a fireball. Holy crap! That actually looks really powerful. Huh. I'll have to try that out. Over now, back to the ship. Yeah, sorry everyone. I docked and then immediately got distracted. Pushed the wrong button and just shrugged and left. Hey, how's it going? Got some good news, Delgado.
Your buddy Rokov is aboard the Key. Told me everything that happened.
Yeah, he won't shut up about you. Keeps going on and on. Now I remember why we kicked his ass out the fleet.
Rokov's not so bad. He turned out to be pretty helpful.
Yeah? That'd be a first.
All right, neighbor, you've made your point. Well, since you're vouching for Rokov,
Yeah.
I guess we can give him another chance. All right. Now that is out of the way, we can move on to the matter at hand. Crix's legacy. Speaking of which, let me see that data you copied from the GalBank archives.
Yep, here you go.
Ah, so the GalBank transport went down over Bannock 4. Bannock. Why does that sound familiar? Neva?
Yeah, keep your panties on. I'm looking it up.
I'm guessing it's got some super bugs or
And
something.
I got it. Bannock 4. Let's see. Damn it. Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant. We can't even get a ship near the thing without frying every circuit aboard.
That's awful. We're hit a dead end?
Yeah, Rook. Just like every other time we've gone on this worthless treasure hunt.
Both of you shut up and think for a second. I'm sure Crix hit the same roadblock. All we need to do is figure out...
It's a gas
how to get
giant.
around
It's not like it's gonna have, like,
This
landed
sounds like a
somewhere.
goddamn waste of time to me.
Maybe the data's wrong?
No, this all makes sense. The data says the transport went down over Bannock 4, carrying currency during the Narian War. There
It
were
doesn't
ships
say it
fighting
had
across the
currency,
entire
it says
galaxy back
classified.
then. It's not that hard to believe this one got lost that far out from home.
Rex wouldn't have given up.
That's the spirit. That is the essence of the Crimson Fleet that has been slipping away lately. Neva, the GalBank data says the transport had a CBR-27 transponder. Can we track that kind of thing? Pinpoint its exact location?
That transponder is military grade. We're talking ultra-bit encryption, constantly reshuffling frequencies. We don't have shit like that laying around. But before you get that pissy look on your face, I heard that the UC's been working on a ship signal decryption system called a ComSpike. We grab that little beauty, and we'll be able to track anything you want.
All right, here is the plan, so shut up and listen. Rook, I want you and Neva to put your heads together and get us that ComSpike. I don't care if it's mounted at the top of mast. I want it.
Gotcha.
In the meantime, I'm going to find out more about this EM-class gas giant problem. And I think I know just who to ask.
Give me a little time to crunch the numbers on the ComSpike with Jazz, and I'll point us in the right direction.
Okay. You don't give up easily, do you?
We do or we die. That's the way Crix did things. And that is the way we should have been doing it for years. It's as simple as that.
We'll figure this out.
I promise. You gonna write that in your diary, little girl?
Oh, yeah.
All right, that is enough. We are in arm's reach of Crix's legacy, and I don't have time to deal with this kind of bullshit. Now, both of you, get the hell out of here and get to work.
All right. Let's get this over with. Follow me.
We do need to catch up. We got business of our own.
I got a bounty so big, the Trackers Alliance had to beef up their servers just to keep tabs on it.
Wow. What a brag. It's like, wow, cool. I think I bet the best of us would be, I guess they like having big names, but the best of us would be able to get away with a lot without having to do anything.
All right. Let's get right to it. Did you get the Earth Savior Award, or am I gonna be very disappointed?
Oh, don't worry. Here you go.
Well, look at that. You followed my directions, and now you're gonna end up with some credits in your pocket. Of course, it would have been more money if you hadn't blabbed about the damn thing to Rokov, but that's on you. Anyway, here's your cash. Keep this up, and I might even start respecting you. All right, Fleet?
3,000.
We've all got work to do.
Oh,
so let's get to
money.
it.
All right, I think that is as good as we're gonna be getting for today. A lot of good stuff going on, but more to do in the future. Though I think, again, we're going to take a break before we advance this plot too far. That's where we're going to be ending for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. The heist was interesting. It went in directions I didn't expect, but I also wasn't too disappointed. I do think it shows some sloppy map building that was there, and a lot of the interactions were pretty basic and cut and dry, almost like they got the intern to stick it together or something, which is real disappointing. But other than that, I was pretty happy with the way things played out, and ultimately just the way that the mission kind of ended out. I like the idea of kind of like looking up their own racketeering ring and like using its pressure, and I didn't have to fire a shot in order to be able to make it work, because if I had, it would have really locked everything down. I feel like it's dumb how I was able to just get the key to get into the place. Like, it would have been more fun because I snuck into, like, I found the room of the right woman, and it would have been nice to be able to sneak in and get, like, by getting access to her room, being able to steal from the safe, being able to get what I needed. Because there's that point in the story where we trigger the alarm, right? And it, like, opens up all the rooms. So it'd be like, oh, well, you could just use that to go and get the pass. But the problem is that probably locks down the security bank. And so if you trigger the life support alarm before you get the award, you just can't get the award. I think that would have been a better way to build that system. And then you could reward the player for being proactive and being able to, like, it could, you know, sneak into her room and be able to get what you need, rather than it being this truncated, like, oh, there's a persuasion check, you know. And it wasn't even like a deep one that I could, like, you know, dig up information on her to use to pressure her. Like, that would have been a cool twist too. It wasn't even like a decent conversation. It was like, it felt like a basic NPC, like, just stuff it in there as an option type of thing, which shows, like I said, again, it feels like this was a really rushed aspect of the story, which is really sad. But I'm guessing that the game itself has just been rushed. I feel like a lot of the dots just don't quite connect. It feels like there's some really strong promise for a lot of the missions that we have, but then they just kind of get truncated and stuffed into, like, just whatever packaging they can put together at the last second. Like, Starfield is a wash in promise, but then just keeps tripping over itself. Maybe the vision was too much. Maybe it was just too ambitious for what they wanted and hoped for. Maybe they could have cut down on the number of planets they made and focused more on making more, like, rich storyline, interesting places to visit, and to make the planets that they actually have more dynamic and more, like, you know, interesting to explore with, like, a vehicle or something. Like, there's just a lot they could have done to make it better. There's still a lot of good stuff here, but I'd rather they cut the fluff and made what was there more interesting. Which is kind of sad to say, but it really is true. Like, of all the star systems that you can visit, how many of them am I actually going to take the time to visit before I just get tired of the game? I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me and listening to my rants. I hope you enjoyed today's episode as we get to continue down the Crimson Fleet route. And next week, we might do a little bit more, but I'm also considering going and trying to build a base between missions. So maybe I'll have something interesting to show you from between this mission and next. So hopefully you'll stick around for that. But until next video, watching me and seeing me in next. I'll see you there.